Guys, I had an epic fail. How epic, you may ask? Well, I forgot to save. Yep, that's right. I forgot to freaking save. Here in the save screen, you can see I have auto-save turned off. I'm sure I have a good reason for that. But I had autosave turned off, and I was in such a hurry to finally end the previous session and finally get some food that I forgot to save. And everything I did in parts 13, 16 was lost, gone, reduced to atoms. Yep. So all the parts I struggled with, you know, the digging it backtrack section, and especially Cold Hard Crash, I had to do all of that again. Just for the sake of this LP. But, you know, it's actually not the first time I've ever had to replay sections of a game for the purposes of my LPs. Well, anyway, now that we've finally gathered all the crystals on the 4th floor, it's time we do as Cortex instructed us. Our loving friend, Dr. Neo Cortex, who is definitely not the real bad guy and will never ever betray us, as he told to deliver the crystals to his new assistant. I'm sure this will be a peaceful exchange and he won't try to take them by force. But anyway, it's time for Dr. N-Jin. Dodging keeps you safe but makes it harder to aim.
Like Dr. Cortex said, give the 20 crystals you've collected to me!
Well, it looks like he's not willing to just take them without force. So, this boss fight has a unique gimmick. We can now throw Wampa fruits. Aye, he's firing his laser! Ah, yeah. In this boss fight, we gotta fight back by throwing Wampa fruit. An attack that appears nowhere else in this game, which is what makes this boss fight unique. And honestly, my favorite boss fight of all the boss fights in this game. So when he opens the palms of his laser hands, that's where we gotta strike the big glowing weak spot. Yep. Attack its weak point for massive... Yep. As I said, attack its weak point for... Okay. Come on. Okay. Well, as they start emitting sparks, that's how you know they're taking damage. That's how you know your Wampa throwing efforts are not in vain. Come on. Okay. Come on. Okay. Now, if only you could just hold still for just a moment. Okay. Open up those laser palms. Alright, boom! There we go. Boom! That's one laser hand taken out. Alright, now we just gotta take out the other one. And hope we don't die in the process. Alright. Just hold still. Aha! Okay. Okay, come on. Come on! This is a cool boss fight, but... it sure can take its sweet-ass time. Okay. Just hold still for just a moment. Alright, but yeah. And by the way, I have a fun fact about this guy. And it's that... you see, he's got a freaking missile lodged to his head. Which he re-engineered to... re-engineered to serve my death. You can tell this is the start of a new recording session. Because I'm dying way more than I should. And I thought it was a good thing I got to replay the previous sections, so I got some practice for this session. Okay, but this boss fight, it's completely different from the rest of the game. So there's no real way to practice for this boss fight by playing the previous levels. Alright, anyway, as I was explaining, N-Jin's head injury was actually has a real-life inspiration. Alright, boom, one laser hand down. And that real-life inspiration is Crash Bandicoot co-creator Jason Rubin and his chronic migraines. That's what inspired N-Jin's head injury. Alright, boom! Finally! That's the other laser hand down. But it's not over yet, cause now he's got shoulder pads full of rockets! And those are the new weak points we have to attack for massive damage. Okay. Just open him up. Just open up that pit. Yep, okay. Yep, as I said, this boss can sure take its sweet ass time. It's not helped by just how slow this Wampa throwing really is. Aye, but the other shoulder pads emitting sparks. And as I said, the parts emit sparks as they get damaged. So at least that's a surefire sign that we are hitting. And we're not missing like Wario back in the first Mario Party when he goes, I missed. Aye. Yep, open him up. Aye. Open up! Aye. And boom! Aye, boom! Yep, that's one shoulder pad down. Now just for the other one. And if I remember, he's now gonna start firing the rockets differently. Yeah, the rockets are now gonna travel across the ground. Like the energy balls from back in the first game's Cortex fight. Aye. Boom. Yep. Yep. And boom! That's those shoulder pads out, but he's still not done. He's still got a naval laser, which he'll use to disintegrate the ground we're standing on. But fortunately, the ground will come back, as you will see, right here. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about finishing him off immediately. Aye, now come over here. Ah, I said come over here! Well, am I even hitting? Are my attacks even hitting this guy? Boom! Enjoy your flight! Boom! N-Jin has met his ending. And with that, we are not quite yet done with the 4th floor just yet. As you remember, there was something here in behaving that I did not show off because, well, I was hungry and wanted to end the session to get some food. Aye, but now that we're here, you see that purple gem-shaped slot. And you know what fits in a purple gem-shaped slot? A green gem! If you're playing on inverted colors, that is. Anyway, we still got a purple gem to claim, so let us go ahead and grab it. Alright, so here you see this stack of nitro crates. Well, you'll notice that these nitro crates are not pulsating and bobbing and shaking like nitro crates usually would. Also, here we get to see Crash getting cold out here in the snowy regions. It's a pretty cool detail that they have a different idle animation for that. But anyway, if you did not guess yet, these nitro crates are fake. They are just steel crates disguised as nitro crates, and stepping on top of them will bring us to a secret area. Just like what we saw in Unbearable. It's got the moles and all that. And there's the purple gem. We could just death warp back to the main path because we don't even have to do the rest of this, but I'm gonna show it off anyway. You know, because I want to show everything I can. So, oops. Don't get too close to nitros. Alright, attempt number 2. Here we go. Alright. So, here's the moles. We take him out. And we bounce our way up here. And here, it's time to watch out for the explosive bullets from these Hunter Lab assistants. Alright. We've got armored Delos. We've got nitro crates. And we've got Hunter Lab assistants firing off explosive bullets. So, lots of dangerous things up here in this part of the forests. And of course, deaths. Alright, here we go. Attempt number 3. Yep, you can indeed tell that we are in a new session. Because I'm not quite yet in the mood for, you know, some cautious precision platforming and all that. Yeah, it took a third of this episode just to get through a boss fight, which normally should be no issue in this game. Oh no! Ah. You know, and the thing is, I don't even have to do this part of the level. I don't even have to go through all this. But I will, just to show it. Just to show that I can. Let us try it once more. You know, maybe this would be another point for a fun fact. And it's one thing I've neglected to mention is that in the Ruins levels, Road to Ruin and Ruination, the castle from the first game is visible in the background. Which means that the Ruins levels take place in the same ruins as the second island from the first game. Alright, yeah! Alright, let's grab our free Aku Aku right here. Here's a Buzzsaw Turtle, a Buzzsaw Man Shell, and boom! We take out that other Hunter Lab assistant, and that will bring us back to the main level. Alright. And now, all that's left to do is just finish up this level as normal. Boom! And there's the end of the level. So now that we've claimed our purple gem, it's time to head on out of here. Whoopla! Yep! Purple gem acquired. Yeah, yeah. Woo! And with that, we now have all 5 purple gems in the game.
Bruh.
The orange gem unfortunately missed the bus to this game. So, yep, there are only 5 colored gems, and we now have them all. Alright, so now there are only 5 crystals left to gather, which means the next floor is the final one. So let us go on ahead and enter the final floor. And now, a word from our sponsor.
What is your problem, Bandicoot? I will not ask you again to bring me the crystals. Obtain the remaining 5 crystals, Crash, and bring them to me.
Alright. So, it seems Cortex is losing his patience a little. But I'm sure he's still got his good intentions with the crystals. If he was gonna use them for a bad purpose, there's no way he would have tasked me with retrieving them. Right, guys? Right? Anyway, the final floor takes us to Cortex's own space station. Which, I don't know, why does he want me to bring him the crystals if they're already on his space station? I don't know, better not ask that. And just get started with the final floor with our first level, Piston It Away! Clear gems often appear at the end of death routes. So here we go! And here we have a level just like the machinery levels in Crash 1. We've got these walking robots that require you to slide into them just like the lizards in the ruins levels. And we've got these pistons, which act just like the crushers did back in the snowy levels, except they're in a sequence. And they can also act as platforms, as you can see right here. Alright, some jump crates, and where there are jump crates, there's obviously a reason to jump on them. Because there are some crates up there. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, so we're now on Cortex's own space station. Which sure appears to be dangerous. Does he really want me to actually succeed in bringing him the crystals? One may wonder. Also, yeah, these tentacled robots can raise and lower their arms. When their arms are lowered, you gotta jump on them. And when their arms are raised, you have to slide into them. Like this. Alright. Yeah! Yeah! Okay. And also we've got some red hot metal. Which is not referring to the type of music that just goes red hot, but actual, literal metallic construction parts that are glowing red with high temperatures. You better not touch those because it burns! But we're not yet to the real kicker of this level. Oh, wait. Crap. I just realized we gotta restart. Yep, of course. As this level has a skull platform, that means we can't die after reaching the first checkpoint, or else we won't get to the skull path. Oh, and it is necessary that we actually get there, because I will explain it once we get there. But this is the one level where you absolutely do not want to miss the skull path. Yeah. Alright. Wonder, any more fun facts I could explain here? No, I'm kind of running out of fun facts here. I don't have a lot of more fun facts to explain, but, you know, I'm sure that the levels of the final floor are engaging enough on their own that I won't even need fun facts in order to make this video interesting watching. As in, an interesting thing to watch. Interesting watching, what am I talking? Anyway. Now here, just after this robot right here, we have our skull platform. And in this level, in order to get all the crates, we're gonna have to go to the end of the level and then backtrack all the way to the skull platform, which we're just gonna take right now, and then death warp back to the checkpoint. Alright. Alright, come on. Just let me death warp. Alright, cannonball! That was not a cannonball, that's a body scan. Alright, anyway, this will ensure that the death platform stays there. And it won't go away. Alright, now. Because now, alright, here. This enemy right here might seem like just another unassuming enemy, but if you kill this enemy here, that is a fatal mistake. You want to leave this enemy alive, or else you might not even be able to complete your objective. You'll see later why that is the case. Alright, anyway, here we have a new obstacle. And here we want to jump over the bonus stage and save it for the return trip. Because bonus stages act as checkpoints. So we can then have a checkpoint for the return trip. Anyway, here we have these shrink balls, which activate when you step on platforms marked with these arrows. They are hazardous and they will shrink you into nothingness, which is a death. Anyway, shield-bearing lab assistants. They'll try to push you away with their shields. You gotta push them off their ground instead and send them plummeting off to a spacey oblivion. Yeah! Cortex, why are you gonna send your lab assistant against me? I thought you were on my side. You are still on my side, right? Anyway. We grab this extra life here and move on. Surely Cortex isn't mad that we took out his new assistant engine, right? Anyway. That's the end of this level, but as you can see, we don't have all the crates. Because the rest of the crates are on the skull path. And also the bonus stage. So it's time to backtrack all the way. Fortunately, this is a side-scrolling level, so this won't be as much of a cranial pain as digging it, where we had to run towards the screen. Oopla! Anyway, here we have the bonus stage of this level. Yeah! We have some crate outlines here in the beginning, which means even this bonus stage requires us to do some backtracking. We have to get our way over here and activate this switch crate. Then, whoopla! We make our way over the nitros and go back to the beginning, where 3 more crates have spawned. And then we proceed onwards to the end of this bonus stage and hope we don't hit a stray nitro crate. Whoopla! Aye, that's the bonus stage. Now back to the level. Alright, and now this here is why you didn't want to kill this enemy. You have to bounce off his head. Whoopla! Just like that. Man, I made the mistake of killing that guy on my first playthrough of this level. Then I ended up trapping myself. I was like, no! How do I get back from here? Yeah. It can be a little bit of a dick move on the level designer's part. But hey, it's not like this whole game. It's not like this whole game is a dick move on the level designer's part. See Cold Hard Crash, for example. Anyway, now that we've reached the skull path, all we need to do now is get to the end of the skull path. Alright. Speedrunners often have to clarify that. Speedrunners often have to clarify that this is not a speedrunning trick, but the actual way you are supposed to complete this level. As in complete, not just beat. If you want to get all the crates, you actually have to do what I am doing in this video. Okay. Hoopla! And here on the skull path we have a few more nitro crates to avoid, some more shield bearers, some more walking robots, and more mechanical hazards and other obstacles and whatnot. Alright. Whoopla! Let's grab some extra wampus, they could come in handy. And also, yeah, there's a checkpoint here on the skull path. Whoopla! I'm gonna watch out! There are some shrink balls. I'm gonna jump on these precisely timed, right as their arms are down, which makes them jumpable on. Ouch! Ah, crap. Mistimed that one. I'm gonna wait for them to lower their arms. Then you can use them as platforms. Oh, whoopla, whoopla. Okay. Yeah! Uh-oh. Yeah! Now this guy over here. Pow! Okay, now just wait. And now, boom! And so, here's the nitro detonator, which brings us up to 69 crates. Nice! And here's the skull path exit, which is the only exit where we can claim the gem for getting all the crates. So now that we've claimed it, it's time to head on out of here. Whoopla! Whoop! A crystal covered in earwax. A gem from Crash's pants. And another gem that was in his pants. Yeah, yeah. Woo! So, anyway, as you can see, we finally made our way to the final floor, where the last 4 crystals await. So next time, it's time we possibly finish up Crash Bandicoot 2. And find out, perhaps, if Cortex really is on our side. But that won't be until next time. So until then, that'll be it for this episode. And I'll see you guys back at the next one.